New Hope. My name is Emily, and I wanted to share a Bible story with you today. So it comes from the first book of the Bible called Genesis. So last week, Teacher Jamie had told us about Adam and Eve and how they disobeyed God. They broke the one rule that God had given them. And what happened? Sin came into the world, and they had to leave the beautiful garden that God had made for them. So Adam and Eve had children, and their children had children, and their children had children, and eventually the world was filled with a lot of people. But because sin was in the world, the people weren't very nice to each other. They did a lot of bad things, and they had forgotten about God. How do you think God felt? Maybe he felt sad that the people didn't remember him and they were making really bad choices. So God said, I'm going to cover the world in water, and I'm going to start over with one family. And so God chose Noah and his family. God told Noah, Noah, I need you to build me an ark. Do you know what an ark is? If you said a really big, gigantic boat, you're correct. So God told Noah, there's going to be a storm, but I'm going to rescue you. I promise. God also told Noah that he's going to need to put in 2 of each kind of animal. What kind of animal do you think went into the ark? Maybe you said a chicken, or a duck, or maybe something that slithers on the ground, like a snake. And God also told Noah, Noah, you're going to need to put some food in the ark too, because you're going to be in there for a while. And so, when Noah was finished, him and his family, the animals, all went into the ark, and God closed the door. And then it rained. It rained and rained. A flood came, and for 40 days and 40 nights, it rained and water was everywhere. But God didn't forget about Noah and his family and the animals. They were safe in the ark with all this water. Eventually, God stopped the rain. And the water drained, and when it was safe, Noah, his family, the animals, they all came out of the ark. And the first thing Noah did was he thanked God for rescuing them just like he promised. And God gave Noah another promise too. He said that he would never again flood the whole world. And to help Noah remember this promise, he put a rainbow in the sky to help Noah remember. And God had also given another promise to us. He promised that he would send somebody to save us, to rescue us from our sins, because the flood didn't take away the sin in the world. Sin was still there, and it's still here today. And so, who was that someone that God had sent to rescue us? Yes, Jesus. God said sent Jesus to come down to this earth, to die on the cross for our sins, so that we could live with God forever. That's the end of the Bible story for today, and we'll move into a time of craft. For this craft, you will need a white paper plate. And no worries if you don't have a white paper plate. You can also use a blank piece of paper as well. You're going to need a red crayon, an orange crayon, a yellow crayon, a green crayon, a blue crayon, a purple crayon, so 6 crayons total, and a pencil. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a half circle with the red crayon, and we're going to be making a rainbow. So you can start with your red, and then you can take your orange. You can do the same thing right underneath your red, and then yellow, and then green, blue, and last, purple. And at the ends of each part, you can draw a little cloud. And then in the middle, you can write God, G-O-D, keeps, K-E-E-P-S, his, H-I-S, and then promises, P-R-O-M-I-S-E-S. So it's a rainbow, so you can always remember that God keeps his promises. Thank you.